So here we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator in the virtual call Embraer Bandeirante on board CVN 72, which is the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is a Nimitz Class aircraft carrier. Yes, I know the Bandeirante isn't a carrier-based aeroplane, but I'm doing this to demonstrate this add-on that we're looking at today, that you can use any aeroplane you like. More about that in a moment, but let's get this thing in the air, shall we? Let's get a cool view for it. All I need to do is just throttle this thing up and release the parking brake, and away we go. And we're in the air. So we'll get the gear up, and we'll get the flaps up, and I'll go on the cockpit view, and then I'll get my feet on the rudder pedals, and we'll bring this thing around. So what we're looking at is, if you look at that panel that is on the right hand side of the screen, what we're looking at is Hard Deck Simulations Carrier Control Module. Now this thing's been out a while, but the reason that I'm reviewing it at the moment is, well, there's a couple of reasons, one of which I'll get to shortly, but one of the main reasons is it's currently discounted by 30%. So whilst it would normally cost you in pound sterling $13.99, at the moment, because of the 30% discount, it only costs £9.79. So if you were looking at this thing and you were weighing up whether or not to get it, well, now's a good time to get it because you get 30% off. Now the other reason that you might want to consider getting this thing is in the next day or so, at the time I'm recording this, which is the 19th of August 2021, DC Designs are releasing their F-14 Tomcat for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and if you're looking at getting that, you're probably going to want a carrier to operate this thing off. So this is definitely an option for that if you want a Nimitz Class Carrier. There are some freebie add-on carriers out there if you go to flightsim.to, but this is this payware one has a functional catapult that works with anything and functional arrestor wires on it, so that's pretty cool. Now I'll put a link in the description to where you can get this add-on from. It's available from the Just Flight website, as I say, at a 30% discount at the moment, which is also where you'll be able to get that DC Designs F-14 in a day or two. And for your £9.79 for this add-on, what you get is a 155 megabyte download, which is a zip file. You unzip that into your community folder in the simulator, and that's it. You're good to go. There is a start menu item, and you can have it as a shortcut on your desktop, and it will start this module, which you can see on the right hand side of the screen. Now I'll just get this thing lined up for a landing, because obviously we want to see what this thing's like. But when I've got this thing lined up, now the carrier's on a northerly heading at the moment, so if I swing this thing around, we should be able to see the carrier in a moment or two. Unless I'm completely lost. Come on, baby, you can do it. Yep, there it is. Yeah. Now, I'll get this thing lined up. I'm a little bit over to the right, but I'll just pause it for a second, and what we'll do is we'll have a look at this interface here. So up from the top there is a link for support, there's a link to their Discord, and in the middle bit there it says carrier locations and how to. If you click that, this thing pops up and it explains how you launch the thing. So you position it at the beginning of the catapult, your aircraft, you set the parking brake, you put 95% throttle on or more, you release the parking brake, and away you go. To recover, you approach the landing zone. Currently you do not need a tail hook. Upon touchdown, the aircraft will de-accelerate or decelerate if you prefer. Carrier locations, it puts 5 Nimitz class carriers at various locations around the world. One Key West, another San Francisco, another New York, another Gibraltar, which is the one that I'm at, because you can see the Rock of Gibraltar in front of me, and another one at Dubai. And how you find them is on your flight planning screen. You type in these ICAO codes. So because I'm at the one at Gibraltar on the flight planning screen, instead of typing in an airport ICAO code, I typed in CAR4, I picked runway 36, and it started the flight where you saw me at the start of this video. So as simple as that. Full throttle, release the parking brake, and away you go. Other things to consider. You've got a connect and disconnect button on this interface. You've got a little tick box there that says keep this window on top of FS, which I will untick in a minute. It says crashes must be disabled. Not a bad idea because you have to sort of come in pretty hard for some carrier landings. It calculates the launch speed for the catapult of the stall speed of the aircraft, but you can tweak that with that. You can have launch only from the catapult. If you disable that, you can launch from anywhere on the carrier. Arrestor cable landing, there's a trigger box there. If you have that ticked, you have to hit the arrestor wires when you come in for a landing. If you untick it, you can slam it down anywhere on the deck of the carrier. And there's another option there which says that it requires a tail hook for a cable catch. If you tick that, you do actually have to hit toggle shift Q to lower your tail hook on there. That's it. That's everything to do with this. Now then, I'm going to untick that so that we haven't got that displaying, and I'm going to unpause this and we'll see if we can get this thing down on the deck. Now, something to bear in mind, it's a bit of a blag to get this in the sim, so there's a few things to bear in mind. One is that it's not sailing into the wind, it's static, so you might have to play around with the weather if you want a headwind coming along the deck, and there are no approach lights on the thing. There's no meatball system or anything like that. You're purely going off a visual approach. So yes, you can land any aeroplane you like, but it is purely dependent on your ability to get something down in that box where the 4 arrestor wires are, which I'll have a go at doing here. How well I'm going to do that is another matter entirely, because at the moment I've got what looks like this is on a northerly heading, even though it's not actually moving. But I've got a 4-knot crosswind on here, so you know that's probably not making life easy. Just going to check, yeah, gears down, flaps are down. So I'll bring this thing in. So you know, if you want to, got the insane urge to fly a 747 off a Nimitz Class Carrier, then this is your opportunity to do so. Now, it does place 5 carriers around the globe, but it always places the same one there, which is CVN 72, which is the USS Abraham Lincoln. USS Abraham Lincoln's kind of cool, actually, though, because it's the first carrier in the US Navy to be commanded by a woman. Captain Amy Bauernschmidt is the commander of the USS Abraham Lincoln. She took command of it earlier this year. So, yeah, right on, sister. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I'm way offline here, but we'll see if I can get it down. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Oh, missed the wire there. Now, what of course I could have done is untick that box where it required me to actually hit the arrestor wires. But you could see there that, you know, even if you get that thing down and you're not hitting the wires, it's still, you know, sort of like, you know, pretty cool in the sense that it is something that you can land on and taxi on, which we'll see, you know, when I get this thing down. I'm just going to give it a look there and we'll come round again tight for another landing. So, let's do a real tight in one this time. So, here we go. See if I can do it this time. Now, not the greatest idea if you're doing a carrier landing, but we'll give it a go and see if we can manage it. So I'll give it full flaps, and I'll give it gear, and we'll see if we can get around quickly. For another approach. Yeah, now I'm really high here. But with a bit of luck, we might be able to sort of like nosedive this down. on, baby, you can do it. I really thought I was going to do it then. One more time, eh? Let's see how really tight we can get on this. I actually got away with it. There we go. So, we're on the external view. Now, I have to say that, you know, that last try, I didn't think it was going to do it, but I think I got robbed on the second one. But there you go. What it shows you is this can be a bit of fun. And like I say, if you're looking at getting that DC Designs F14, this would be a fun thing to operate it from. We'll just have a look at what the night lighting's like on this thing, because as I say, there is no approach lighting on the thing, but there is some lighting on it. Yeah. Here we do that. There you go. Up on the island, there is a little bit of lighting on the thing there, you know. So I suppose you could land on it at night, even though there's no approach lights on the thing. So there you go. That's it. The hard deck simulations carrier module. Currently discounted, and something worth considering if you're getting that DC Designs F14. Anyway, this has been a quick shot from Chock's Hangar. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will be reviewing that F14 Tomcat, which is at the time of recording now. It should be out tomorrow. So I should be doing a review from that tomorrow. I guess we'll see though. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye.